Number 9. Dr. Two Brains, Mr. Cheese. Now, this episode I really liked a lot. It starts off with the henchman and Dr. Two Brains on top of a roof until the henchman somehow manages to get themselves fired in the first place because the Wordgirl should found out where they were. And then the two battle it out, and suddenly the two henchmen cowardly flees, and Dr. Two Brains somehow fires them. And somehow Dr. Two Brains gives himself a new replacement henchman. And it was a little mouse. Which was kind of weird at the time. And Wordgirl, on the other hand, threw a tracking device on Dr. Two Brains' leg, and then saved the oldest tree everyone people loved. And more things liked about this episode is how Dr. Two Brains and Mr. Cheese got along. They become a two-pair threat to Wordgirl and Huggy. But then Mr. Botsford somehow back home, somehow Bob, aka Captain Huggyface, was playing with the bad guy tracker and ended up playing it back home. And Tim Botsford was holding the device, and Becky and Bob must get that device back to locate Dr. Two Brains. Later on, Dr. Two Brains and Mr. Cheese were committing crimes throughout the city, even the grocery store. And I think that was so funny that, watch out for that goop, where Mr. Cheese was doing the goop in the grocery store and landed right on top of them. Later on, Dr. Two Brains and Mr. Cheese was going into the top of the rooftop, back where the henchman was fired at the time. And Wordgirl and Huggy had the bad light locator got from their dad back, and somehow located Dr. Two Brains again on the roof. And the one funniest part when they returned to Wordgirl and Huggy, Tim didn't see it, and thought Wordgirl said to her father, "It was all a dream," and then zoomed back to the place where Dr. Two Brains was at last time. The two of them fight, and then Dr. Two Brains easily surrenders to them, and wants to get back to his old henchman to rehire him, and goes back to his old henchman to rehire them, and apologizes to them. I like this episode a lot because it had quite a bit of funny humor, quite a bit of funniness inside this episode, and what I like about it is that what I like about this episode is that not only Mr. Cheese was his sidekick, I think I like about this episode because it had quite a bit of funniness, and how his henchmen got fired in the first place. Somehow, many episodes the henchmen were fired. In the episodes Mecha Mouse and very others. And I think I like about it is because it had quite a bit of relationship between him and his henchmen. So, with all due said, I give Dr. Two Brains Mr. Cheese a 7.5 out of 10 because there are some good parts of the episode, but some of them were not. So, moving on to number 8, Kitty Cat Criminals. That's going to be for tomorrow. So, Jared Wilson saying, signing off, and good luck.